Hi. This video I'm completely not on drugs, promise. And I just wanted to say something about relationships. They're lasting longer nowadays. Well, at least from what I've seen. But all the single people are really complaining about, oh, I'm so alone. I'm gonna go die in a hole. I'm gonna die forever alone with somebody too sad, etc. But the thing is, if you just wait, I mean, that gives you time to work on yourself, and eventually one day I'm sure you'll find somebody good for you. You don't need somebody to define your life like that. Not saying that just because I'm single, because I am, but that's irrelevant. I mean, I did just get out of a relationship, and that was good for a while. But I realized, from experience, finally, um, the end of the honeymoon phase is where things get real. You start realizing all the things that you don't like about the person, like, wow, that really annoys me. I've never noticed that before. And then you'll start getting aggravated at like everything they do, but you can't really let that get to you because that will turn that whole relationship into crap. You have to focus on why you started liking them in the first place and what does make you happy that they do. And you know, relationships aren't always the best, but if you're always fighting about the littlest things and you never have a good time and you're constantly thinking, what am I doing wrong? Am I even good enough? One, I'm sure you're good enough. And two, you shouldn't be feeling like that ever. You should always be feeling uplifted and high. And you should always be on some kind of pedestal. Not saying that, they have to do everything for you or whatever, or that they have to spoil you. I'm just saying, like, that should be the one person who doesn't bring you down. That should be the person that is always there for you and and he's always there for you, he or she. Um and they just make you happy. Like no matter what. They text you and you just smile. They wake you up no matter like they wake you up in the middle of the night and you're just like, oh my goodness, how cute. I mean, sometimes that only lasts during the honeymoon phase, but you know, it's worth the while, and you can't let anything bring you down in a relationship. And that's why being single is sometimes really good for you. You find out who you are, you find out what you're doing with your life, and you find out who's really there for you and who's not. There are some relationships that you have to limit yourself. Like the other person will try to tell you who or who not to talk to. I don't think that's right personally. If they were your best friends before, they should be your best friends after. They should accept you for who you are, and they should have to deal with your friends. There should also be a lot of trust. I notice there's no trust. Like there will be girls. I'm not saying that guys don't do this, but there will be girls that are like, "Oh, who's texting you?" Like it could be their sister. It could be their sister. It could be their brother. You don't have to assume. Don't assume. Give them all your trust, and if you can't trust them, then there's hardly a relationship there. I've been accused of cheating. I have cheated. So I realized that I wasn't a good person. So I was single for a little bit, and I had to better myself, and it was so good to me because I realized I'm not that kind of person. And that's what you have to do. You have to figure out what kind of person you are. Sorry. And not a lot of people realize that. They think, a lot of people think that the other person finds, helps them find themselves. That may be true, but you can't let them do all the work. You have to do something for yourself. And I totally lost track of what I was talking about. I got the purpose of this video. But relationships, you gotta have trust. You gotta have happiness. You can't bring yourself down. I was in a relationship where I was so depressed. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping right. I was so stressed out. I was taking my anger out on everybody. And that's not what you need. You need to relax. You need to be happy. You need to focus on your life goals. Bring yourself up from the ground. And, yeah. I mean, people make mistakes. You make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And sometimes bad relationships help you learn. I'm not saying that you should just go and find a bad relationship, because that's just not good. But I'm just saying, keep your chin up no matter what. You're single, if you're in a bad relationship, and even if you're in a good relationship and you're having ups and downs, just keep your head up and find yourself, pretty much. And I'm making this video because I realized I've been in some shitty relationships, and I've been in really good ones. And it's always been me who's ruined them. Well, not always. At least half the time. It's dumb. To kind of ruin me. But, I'm just saying, like, I've realized I've lost quite a few of my emotions for things that I used to love and do, like, ever, like, I don't know why I'm saying like so much, but I've lost quite a few emotions in bad relationships. And I don't want other people to feel the way I did, because it's not a good feeling. I want people to be happy, and I want them to be able to be happy by themselves no matter what, depending on what happens between them and their loved ones. I want them to find a way to find themselves and be happy with themselves so they can be happy with other people.